I ask for wisdom, understanding, always with insights, wisdom, compassion, genuine authenticity, and deeper truths. We're going to do a reading for our divine feminines. Rose water, rose quartz, the color pink, traveling, for some of you guys wanting to travel. There's been a lot. Divine feminines, there has been a lot. And I want to start this with a spirit animal. Bottom of the deck we have a horse. Freedom. And I like that we started us off with horses. Jumping into this reading for our divine feminines. 1, 1, 1, 1, just a single 1, 13. We also have 4s. Divine feminines here. Beautiful. Exactly where we started. You know, 155, the masculine is speaking to you. I feel like this time, divine feminines, you know, you have that freedom. You have, and you have been enjoying your time and making this as fun as you can. 222. This is an energy for our feminines where you are in a space, okay, freeing your mind, letting yourself be free in your choices and even your next move. Okay, we're getting really comfortable here. This is how it led me to do the setting, so I'm gonna just stick with this mood, and I hoping like this is like the perfect ambiance for you. It's very chill, it's very cozy for our divine feminines. This is where you've been, a space of speaking freely, thinking freely, while you are patiently waiting. Divine feminine. 333, I've been picking up on this energy since this morning, since earlier today. And it's leading me to do a reading for our feminines. I did one already for our masculines and now for our feminines. You know, there's been a lot of deep introspection for our feminines during this time about the masculine. I'm following the rhythm here. The Lord is on my side. I will not fear. What can man do to me? It's a time of restoration for our feminines. It has been. We have the Hermit. Okay. In thought of the masculine, but you are also heavily picking up on the masculine's energy, feminine, okay? Heavy, deep introspection, 444, okay? In this space of having that free thinking, free feeling, free falling, And I feel like something's coming up here for our feminines, because when you choose and you just freely let yourself even nourish yourself in the pause. Feminines, it's like our minds go really fast. Some things to not think about and to overthink, but we go in and do that anyway. Think, this is me in alignment, living it and breathing it. Interesting, I'm getting for our feminines, if you are heavy chosen energy is what I'm picking up here. Okay. If you are resonating with this message, okay. Because I feel like it is a time, I have the Four of Wands. You are very high energy in even getting to know your gifts, okay? Heavy emphasis on our feminines here. With that being said, okay, with the gifts that you are now activating and getting to know for yourself, Four of Wands, it's like you also reflecting on what the masculine, I'm trying to get the lighting here. I don't want it to be too bright. Okay, I think that's where the masculine is going to meet you with that. You know, very specific. Right, you're very gifted. But I'm also getting that you attract, okay, you attract your divine masculine, right? There's something also about their energy to you that instantly, 44 gives you that nourishment and the instant comfort and safety that you feel. This Four of Wands tells me that even when it was really hard for the both of you separately, and I'm getting even now, perhaps the silence in between and the absence as well has really taught the masculine and the feminine to really look within themselves and asking the very important questions. You know, like, it's a season to maybe rethink some things. 909. For our feminines, I'm getting back to horse, freedom. I'm getting that you have gotten comfortable in being by yourself. The Hermit. I think for our feminines also, you had a season, a time or two where it got really, really hard for you. it kind of like put pressure on you and anger because your masculine wasn't able to be there for you. I think this feminine that I'm speaking to, okay, you have had to work on your patterns and your thought patterns. You've had to work on some patterns, some cycles that you were having trouble with, okay? Keeping yourself in, I'm going to use the word isolation, but keeping yourself in self-care is pushing you towards the masculine. Okay, I'm getting there might have been redirecting, okay? A lot of redirection, okay? For our feminines, because your mind goes so fast, okay? I'm speaking to somebody here. Your mind goes so fast, 11:22. And feminine, you overthink about things. You do. You overthink about things. 11:33. And even in times when you know it's not, it's like you overreact. 11:44. Certain thoughts that's just very disturbing. Like, we shouldn't have that thinking towards the masculine. 11:55. I've been saying this affirmation lately because every time I think about my beautiful divine masculine, I say an affirmation. I say, what am I saying? I trust, and I seen this post, okay, and I loved it, and I screenshotted it, and so I kept it for an affirmation to keep for myself. And I love affirmations, and it's, I trust the divine masculine's awakening. His silence is not absence, it's transformation, and I'll say that 3 times. That's what I've been doing, to have that nourishment in the distance, okay? And I feel like I always feel the need to go back to that word, nourishment, because even from a distance, like you gotta feel that pull energetically. You know, it's, okay, I'm gonna get a little serious. Okay, the Hanged Man, it's like, yes, you are surrendering to a very sacred space of the divine feminines. It's a very sacred space, this feminine energy that I've been 333. Oh, harvesting and investing my time and my energy. And so I kind of demand, our divine feminines are like, I demand you come correct. We have the Hanged Man. I demand you come correct. Page of Cups. It's kind of silly. I feel like I'm speaking to somebody here who's got a very great sense of humor. 1414. And your divine masculine loves your humor, is what I'm getting here. They may not say this to you also. That's interesting. They may not say that to you, and that's so cute and adorable. They love your humor, divine feminine. Your masculine loves your humor. This is great. I love this energy so much. Thank you, Holy Spirit. You see, you're feeling your masculine a lot because they're thinking about you, feminine. had done a divine masculine energy reading earlier, and I thought that it was going to be for both feminine and masculine, but it ended up being just for the masculine. So 15-15, here I am doing the feminine, and I'm picking up a lot on the energy of you're picking up their energy because they're thinking about you heavily. I love, by the way, that this came back 3 times. I'm getting like fulfillment. Of course, this is going to happen. It's both of you guys' manifestations. I'm getting like it's nothing to deny. Here's your confirmation that it's not something that one is just like thinking about in their mind. Like, this is something that I've truly been working on. Our divine feminines. You know, we have the Sun and 2 of Cups. Like, yeah, I've actually been putting my efforts on this, but also I know that I've been putting a little bit of extra attention on this matter, on this situation, on my divine masculine, our divine feminine is saying. I've been putting more effort into my masculine. And yes, so I dare demand that you come correct. Our feminine says, okay, masculine, you better come correct. Our feminine says, in isolation, the work that one has been doing, in our feminines, it is definitely attractive and attracting. It is quite beautiful, the energy. Some bright color palettes that's coming up. Thank you, Spirit. Use another deck here. The color red. I mean, as I look at all around them, I do believe also it symbolizes romance, the love around you guys' aura, the love that's exuding from you guys' aura. Does that make sense? Ooh, we got seasons. Divine feminine, whoever I'm speaking to, like, congrats. Like, I'm very, very happy for you, for reals. For reals. Because I feel like I'm speaking to somebody here who's been putting in and day out. It is definitely a wish fulfillment of yours. Day in and day out. There has been a season where I was just gonna say, like, it just was not nice, and then in the cut I pulled up the 3 of Swords. It just wasn't nice to you. There came a season where you don't actually realize, and I'm gonna say this for our feminines, like we don't actually realize, you know, that how much we truly care. Ooh, back to the Lovers. For our masculine until you're apart from them and something is being reminded, right? But you see, it is also, I'm getting like habitual feeling. King of Cups, bottom of the deck. It has become habitual. But you have been dedicating yourself for this masculine. I think both the masculine and the feminine right now in this season it's like there's a reason for this guard right now. I think it's also great to use your discernment when it comes to approaching. Or maybe even being approached by other masculines, feminines. Because you didn't just like work really hard to try to get to this masculine, you know, like you've also even tried to shake it off. You had a season or two where you felt like you just needed to give it a break and maybe like time to let this one go. Somehow, right, time, moving on, right? Time to let this one go. Like you just know this masculine is just like, it's one of those things, 2244, feminines where, you know, you gotta try hard. You gotta try so hard for this masculine. And there's just a season where you're like, I don't want to do that. Something triggers you and you're just like, I don't know if I want to do that. So there came a point where there was like a 1 or 2 seasons where you were like, I'm not putting my all and my effort into masculine. But what it feels like and what it looks like is like there's this drastic change that occurred. 333. And it's bringing you two together closer, but it's always in like the perfect timing. You both are, I'm getting the yin and yang energy, pure surrendering to divine protection, divine protection. You both are being guided at the same time. And it's quite beautiful because it is one that is very healing. I think also to the masculine, you know, because it's more than just like when you're apart and you're doing the healing separately. It's more than, I'm getting profound, you know, like our masculine or even you feminine, like you had a moment where like everything just cleared up for you. You're just like, this is it, you know, like there's a level of certainty on what you want. And then the both of you opened a portal to make this come to reality, come to life. You know, like it's like one of those, you pray for each other, you pray for each other, and you manifest one another in perfect divine timing. You didn't actually know that you prayed for one another. And then boom, be careful what you wish for, because it might just happen. You know, and also I'm getting like for our masculine, this type of awakening, you know, that one is receiving from a feminine, which is beautiful to me. Awakening the divine masculine also to their own greatness. I also really am feeling this spirit animal. Being awakened by a feminine, divine feminine, like, I feel sorry for you. But I suppose it's happening to a masculine who really needed a lot of the minerals and vitamins and like recharging them back up in terms of somebody believing in them. Our masculine has a sensitive spot. Our masculines, they have a very sensitive spot. But I suppose that it takes a very beautiful divine feminine to awaken this type of energy in a masculine. Hello. Because what's so beautiful about this as well, that not is it activating both the feminine and the masculine, both intertwined, emerging, beautiful. It has also awakened something in the masculine that needed to be awakened, and it's very important, and I need you guys to know that. Are you listening? It has totally awakened the masculine. Totally awakened masculine. But here's the part about this, is that you had awakened a masculine, a divine masculine, who needed to be tapped the fuck out. They needed to like be punched back and like snapping them back out, like opening their eyes because they were misled. Where did you go? I found you. It's okay, baby. That type of energy and that type of love. Our divine, beautiful feminines bring to our masculines who are in need of awakening. They also want to come forward and say something, as they should, because you believed in something about the masculine and feminine. You believed in something that they never thought that they can awaken themselves to. Do you know how profound that is? I mean, it has to come from a place of self-worth. Ooh, how about grace? When you heal with the power of love, that one. You really gotta sit in the power of love to exude that kind of energy, that it awakens and shakes up a masculine's temple, making an impact in their spirituality. I don't know if spirituality is the word, but it does lead them into some type of prayer, or it leads them at least to like you know, because it's coming back to that sensitive spot. It hits their sensitive spot. Because what was once, ooh, this is interesting. What wasn't acknowledged when they were just a little boy, what wasn't acknowledged, you somehow acknowledge that, feminine. You brought that out of this masculine. Whatever it was that this masculine, it's like my heart is like coming out of my chest. This, imagine a big pumping heart, just do, 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 do. Is that perfect enough? Do, 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 do. And you know what, this energy, where is this coming from for our masculines? There must have been a masculine in their life, could be their dad, a masculine energy here, okay, in their life. They probably were not like the nicest person to your masculine. Something was passed on to the masculine, and that's what the masculine needed to heal from. Something that they thought they could never heal from. The devil, 4 of coins. For a while, maybe they were very much influenced in trying to get 3344. Being influenced by others in a really unwholesome way, which is and has become a pattern from the dad. But the masculine has learned to detach from that by you showing up, beautiful, divine, feminine. It's like all of that went away, because it's like you made the masculine believe. By the way, I love these 2 cards together, the Sun and the 2 of Cups. I'm just saying. Something was even more lit up, sparkled. I don't even know if that's the right word. Lit up, completely lit. Hello, we have the Sun with the 2 of Cups, lit. You showing up with this motherfucking deer energy and snow leopard. Divine, beautiful, beautiful feminine. You having to show up. This completely like wiped it all out. And I'm talking about, like, when I say the word awakening, awakening isn't, like, you have to be prepared. And you gotta listen in and pay attention. Paying attention. And you know what, feminines? That's what you've been doing. And this. I'm staying creative for a lot of you feminines right now. Like, you are hot, and the ideas you're coming up with is hot. Keep it up for our feminines. I'm like getting this energy of like booming with incredible ideas and outrageous ideas for our feminine energies to keep it up. This may also be something your masculine is very much like fond of, like your sense of style and creativity. You are a pathfinder, feminine energy. I am sending you guys so much love and support at this time. I am also available for readings for our feminine energies. If you want to get into some readings, hit me up. All of my information will be in the description box below. Ooh. And look out for upcoming merchandise and maybe even a new tarot deck. Okay. Change something feminine. This came up for me also. It's one of those where like I'm cleaning and organizing the room and I'm like, okay, I'm going to face the bed this way now. You know, it's like a different perspective. Or it's like when you're sitting in the corner, one corner in your house, you know, like I've never actually sat on this corner of the house. I wonder how this would feel like. It's something like that. It's like that type of vibe. Change something. I'm going to take a different route today. You know, I could use a new scenery, right? Something like that. This could be in terms of changing habits. It's always great to relearn and unlearn a habit. It's always great to design your day, feminines. And perhaps for a lot of you beautiful feminines, that's exactly what you've been doing. Designing, creating. And you might have actually created something here that's going to help you long term. So that's exciting. And congratulations. Feminines, I will see you guys later. Peace and blessings to ya. Happy holidays, and I will see you guys in the next reading. Take care.